So to start, I want you to play with your hands. We're going to start with many different parts of the body here today. So we'll start with the hands. And I'm just warming up my hands a little bit. We all are too, right? Getting our consciousness into presence with the hands. Isn't this fun? Look at everyone twinkling. That's so cute. Okay, great. So here we have our hands. We have left and right. And I want you to take your non-dominant hand. And I want your non-dominant hand with force to hold your dominant hand. Good. And I want you to take your non-dominant hand and with force, I want you to pull it to the side. Beautiful. Let's go back to original position. This almost could be a Janet Jackson move, and we're going to pull it to the side, right? Beautiful. Okay. When we just did that, very little energy and interaction from our dominant hand. The non-dominant hand took the lead, right? And pulled something into a new direction. Now I want us to do that again, but this time I want your hands to collaborate with each other. We're going to go into the energy of collaboration. And maybe we have to close our eyes to really go into both hands. So with the non-dominant being on top and the dominant on the bottom, first hold awareness of both hands. Find them both with your mind's eye. Maybe wiggle them around so you could really feel them. And I want you to start to move and allow that non-dominant hand to pull, but with the collaboration, with the energizing of relationship, pull them across together. And see if you could even do that a couple of times, and you could even play with the pacing of what that feels like to move your hands from one side to the other. Do that one more time. Feel the collaboration. Feel the in-between from one point to the next. And feel how your muscles have to engage differently for collaboration. And then we let that go. And then we let that go. All of these I want you to notice. They're quick little exercises, and then we're going to drop in. So just giving you a little sense of how things are going to go here. Close both eyes and put your hands over your ears. And I want you to first notice the sound of the in-between when your ears are covered. Feel that in-between space. Beautiful. And now what I want you to do is I want you to, with your eyes closed, let your right hand drop so your right ear is exposed. And we're listening now with just our right ear. And you're going to hear my voice with just your right ear. And then I want you to remove the left hand. And as you remove the left hand, I want you to feel the collaboration happening between left and right, where both of your ears work together. We're going to do that again. Cover both ears. And this time we'll start with the left ear. So drop the left hand, and you're going to listen to my voice with just your left ear. And you're going to hear the sounds coming in with just your left ear. And then we're going to drop the right hand, and you're going to feel the collaboration of your ears working together. It's very subtle, but there's a shift that happens that we can catch. Beautiful. Now we're going to do this with our eyes. With your hands Cover both eyes. Feel the in-between. Feel the darkness. And then we're going to first just remove the right hand, and we're going to let a little light in. And then I want you to open your right eye and find something to focus on. And then very slowly, we're going to remove your hand from your left eye. And I want you to feel the focus of both of your eyes on that point, with your eyes working collaboratively. We're going to do that again with the left. Cover both eyes and close your eyes. Remove the left hand, but keep the left eye closed. Notice letting some light in. Notice that in between, that phase. And now open the left eye and find something to focus on. And then let the right eye come in to collaborate with the left. You can almost feel and it's pretty fast because your brain has learned how to do this so well. We don't think about this. Your eyes are constantly collaborating. Your ears are constantly collaborating. Now we're going to try another switch up. Close both eyes. Cover your right ear and cover your right eye. And we're going to let the light in. We're going to focus on something. And we're going to listen with just the left ear. So the left eye and the left ear is what's taking everything in. And then we're going to uncover the right and let them both come into collaboration. Beautiful. Now we're going to do that with the other side. Cover the left eye and the left ear. Focus on something. And then uncover the left. And feel the collaboration, left brain and right. Beautiful. You may have noticed something, you may not have noticed something, but we're going to keep playing with our collaborations. Nadi Shodhana breathing, which activates and balances the left and the right hemispheres. Most of you have done this practice before, and we're going to use this practice to then drop into a meditative state. And so as we begin, make sure that you're comfortable and make sure that you're in a position where you're going to allow yourself to really drop in. And we're going to stay with this consciousness of collaboration and noticing the in-between. And so we're going to take our thumb of our right hand and we're going to close right nostril. You can take your middle and pointer finger and put it up at the third eye and use the ring finger for the left nostril, right? So we'll start, right nostril is closed. Inhale. Hold. Close left nostril. Open right. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Close right nostril. Open left. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale right. Inhale. hold, exhale left, inhale, hold, exhale right, inhale, hold, exhale left, inhale, hold, exhale right, inhale, hold, exhale left, inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale left, inhale, hold, exhale right, inhale, hold, exhale left, inhale, hold, exhale right, inhale, hold, exhale left, inhale, hold, exhale right, inhale, hold both, hold at the top, retain the breath, drop hand to your lap, exhale, and breathe through both right and left. Notice the collaboration between left and right nostril on every inhale and exhale. Feel the breath in the tip of the nose going up into the lungs. And really feel both left and right side working together. As we're breathing with ease. And as we take gentle breath, noticing the difference of both sides of the nose working together in collaboration. After really feeling the separation, with every inhale and exhale, we go deeper into a state of integration, a state of balance, a state of collaboration. Where two are coming together to create a third. To a different quality of breath. And as we inhale and exhale, we notice the collaboration there too between inhale and exhale. In relationship, they both create a full breath. Creating a relationship with Earth as our inhale of oxygen creates an exhale of carbon dioxide for the trees. Collaboration is inherent in our beingness, in our earthliness. And with the mind's eye, as we're breathing, getting to relax the body, getting to relax the shoulders. Notice if one shoulder feels tighter than the other. Create a collaboration. Let the muscles work together with the mind to notice, to allow something to relax. And feel that left shoulder versus the right. Feel how the left shoulder extends out into a left arm, and the right extends out into a right arm. Feel two halves coming together to create a full body. To create a body that has some capacity that wouldn't be the same if we were without a limb. With the mind's eye, notice the eyes. Left and right. And in this moment, we honor their collaboration, working together to create more depth of perception. One without the other doesn't allow us to see with the same range. And as we honor their collaboration, we may feel our heart coming in and collaborating with this moment of consciousness. Adding a different tonality of energy in this collaboration of honoring collaboration. With the mind's eye, find the left ear. And then find the right. And feel them both working together to hear my voice. Feel their connectedness. Taking in vibration with fuller range when working together. Notice the two halves of your mouth. A top lip, a bottom lip, a top set of teeth, a bottom set of teeth, working together, collaborating every day to help us speak, to help us eat, not competing, but collaborating. On your next breath in, notice the lungs. And as I said that, it asked me to take in an even deeper breath. Left lung and right lung, working together, collaborating, taking in more fullness of breath. And with the mind's eye, we can try to focus in on just the left lung. We could shift to focusing in on just the right lung and give yourself time to make that shift. And then with ease, feel them coming together. Creating fullness of breath. Feel what happens when two create the dimensionality of three. The third entity is created when two are working collaboratively. It's not about the left or the right. It's about the breath and the energy they create. Knowing that each have value. And when that value is honored, and when that value gets to participate, the togetherness shifts us into a different realm of consciousness. One where it's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's about what is in presence. It's about luxuriating in what they can create together. And as we inhale with both of our lungs, both lungs get to work together to hug the heart with each inhale and exhale. collaborating with the heart. Oxygenating the blood that the heart is pumping through the body. Feeling the presence of the lungs, comforting the heart. Lungs and heart collaborating. Feel the energy that happens between the lungs and the heart. Feel the space between that gets created when the lungs and the heart come together. Can we feel that? Can we feel as we inhale the diaphragm dropping to collaborate with the lungs to make more room to take in air? And as we exhale, the diaphragm comes up so the heart can rest. That with every inhale, the lungs hug the heart and the diaphragm drops to make room, not out of jealousy, knowing with the exhale it comes up to meet the heart with presence. Knowing its value, knowing the part it plays with every breath cycle. Inhaling, feeling that hug, feeling that spaciousness created, and with every exhale, feel the heart rest on its supportive friend, the diaphragm. We shift the mind's eye down, down, down to the feet. Left foot, right foot. Feel their separateness. Stay with the left. Find the toes, find the heel, find the arch. Gradually shift the mind's eye to the right, very gradually. Find the right ball of the foot, the right heel, the right toes. Now feel what happens when we shift our consciousness to their togetherness, where two become a third. There's a third energy that gets created when the two come together. Picture yourself running. Picture yourself standing. Honor the coordination of two coming together. And on your next inhale, we're going to let the chin drop down to the chest. And on the exhale, we're going to pause there. Taking a moment to honor how much collaboration your body knows how to do. Honor all systems working together. Bring up a sense of appreciation with the heart energy. Honor the body. Honor our relationships that know how to value each other, to come together to create all that is you. Feel that third entity as you as a whole being. Bring hands, palms together at the heart. And feel what the hands coming to the heart does to shift the energy of this honoring of collaboration. Can you hear and feel your breath with the tips of your fingers? Is there a warmth that comes in? Playing with this in-between. Giving ourselves time to shift. And on your next inhale, really take in full appreciation for your capacity to be collaborative, to integrate. And on your exhale, let your hands drop down to your lap. And at your readiness, let your eyes start to take in your hands. Your two halves. Notice your two halves. Notice the space between. And when you're ready, lift your gaze and come back into presence with this kind of togetherness.